To give you some context, I'm a 17-year-old girl, and ever since I downloaded TikTok, me and my friends spend our free time making dance videos for our TikTok accounts. One day we were hanging out at the mall, and we were all doing a dance in front of my phone that was recording. After we were done, I picked up my phone to watch the TikTok. In the video, though, I noticed a guy in the background. He looked to be about our age, maybe slightly older. Keep in mind, we were in a public setting, so it wasn't uncommon to get stares from other people passing by. Though, this guy wasn't walking by, but more so standing still and sort of blankly staring at us. We all noticed him, and one of my friends jokingly makes fun of him for being creepy, while another one of my friends thinks he's kinda cute. All in all, we thought nothing of it. I looked behind to see if he's still there, but he was gone. A couple of weeks go by and I get a direct message from a guy on TikTok named Greg. The message says, "Hey, just noticed I was in your latest TikTok. I feel honored." I clicked on his profile and noticed that indeed it was the guy who was staring at us in my TikTok video. We sort of went on about chatting, and I actually find him to be pretty funny. A couple of days go past, we text some more in messages, and eventually he asked me out to get coffee sometime. He was kinda cute and, well, pretty charming over text, so I accepted. The day comes and we meet at Starbucks. When I see him, I immediately notice he's extremely nervous. For example, when I asked him how he was doing, he just kind of replied with one-word answers, and he kept acting like this the entire date. I decided to break the ice by telling him he's pretty smooth over text, to which he replied that his older brother helps him out with girls. Then he just kind of falls flat again. There were a lot of long, silent pauses, and it was kind of starting to get a little awkward for me. I felt bad for him, but at the same time, I didn't know what to say. Eventually, he excuses himself to the restroom. That's when I start to hear faint banging coming from the men's restroom. It was like something banging on the wall repetitively. Now, the Starbucks was pretty empty, so I'm 90% sure that the banging came from him. The banging stops, and then a couple minutes later, Greg comes out. I notice his forehead is red for some reason. Was he banging his head against the wall? That's when I decided something's off about him. I tell him I need to be headed home by making up some dumb excuse. We told each other goodbye, and that's when I decided to end it with him. As soon as I get home and get on my phone, I see a bunch of notifications coming from TikTok. So I open the app and I see that he's liked all of my TikTok posts. All the likes came in from about 30 minutes ago, meaning he was probably liking my pictures when he was in the restroom, given that I didn't see him on his phone when he was with me. This creeps me out to a whole new level. Then I open my messages on TikTok and he tells me that he had a really great time talking to me. This was obviously out of place for him to say because he barely said a word. Something was definitely fishy about this whole thing. The way that he was texting did not at all match how he was in real life. Either he's just super shy in person, or his brother is giving him all the hints on how to flirt on text. I decided to leave him on red immediately after, though. He messaged me asking me if I just left him on red. I decided not to open the message, not to aggravate things, but that's when things got disturbing. A couple of minutes later, I get a strange message from him saying, "Why are you making me do this?" I instantly replied to his message asking him doing what and if he was okay. From that, I didn't get any response from Greg anymore. At this point, I was a little concerned. I was thinking back to the fact that he might have been banging his head out of frustration when we were at Starbucks. I decided to call him, but no answer. I had no way of reaching him and I didn't know where he lived, so I was stuck. I regret leaving him on red, but figure he's probably fine and he's just doing this to get a response. The message was also ambiguous, so it was unclear whether it implied self-harm or not. Either way, there was nothing I could do to reach him, so I decided to let it go and hopefully wait for a response the day after. The next morning, I checked TikTok and noticed he had left me on red. I was relieved now that he was either over me leaving him on red or just making a point. A couple of weeks passed and things were pretty uneventful. That was until one night. It was around 11 p.m. and I was staying up late studying in my room. I was really thirsty, so I decided to go downstairs to get some water. As I'm in the kitchen, I get a drink and get ready to head back up the stairs. That's when I hear a chair move from the deck outside. It's a noise I recognize because I hear it all the time when my parents are moving around the chairs. But this time, it was really sudden and loud. I decided to go investigate as maybe a deer or something hit one of the chairs as they were making their way in my backyard. Although, I didn't think that in the back of my mind. I opened the sliding glass door to the deck area and just kind of look around. It's pitch black, so I can barely make out the chairs. I decided to turn on the lights, and that's when I saw it. It was Greg's face, sort of hidden in the bushes. I get a mini heart attack, but in the moment, I somehow froze and sort of looked to the side so that he didn't notice me, notice him hiding there. I looked around for a couple more seconds to make it seem like I didn't see anything unusual, before turning the lights back off, going back inside, and locking the door behind me. I somehow managed to make it look like I calmly got my drink from the kitchen counter and went back to my room. I locked my door and immediately called 911. The operator tells me they sent a police car. I know all our doors are locked downstairs, but just in case, while I'm waiting, I try to listen as carefully as I can to any noise coming from outside or downstairs. Luckily, the police came and found him. Upon talking with them, they said that they found him in the backyard with a knife and a rope, trying to escape by climbing the fence before getting tased for not cooperating with the police. He was apparently placed in some sort of mental institution to get help. I'm glad Greg now receives the help he needs. But most importantly, that me and my family made it out safe.